What's going on, vloggers, bloggers, and everyday toilet users? It's time for another exciting episode of the Toilet Vlog. So I've been meaning to do this episode for a while. I go back and kind of like talk about my life, as in the whole entire point of the channel was to be like a way that I categorize my life and stuff like that. The previous relationship that I was in, when I was married to Autumn, I'm going to try to keep those names to a minimum because I don't want to slander anybody or make it sound like I'm slandering them. It's more just like I'm telling you what's been going on in my life and everything like that. But you never know these days, you can get sued for whatever or something like that. But yeah, she wasn't really somebody who liked me sharing personal information on the internet. I mean, you know me, I'm an open book. That's the whole entire point of the channel when it really comes down to it. But I think one of the last life updates I did was when we had moved into this 3-bedroom townhome, the one that I'm still in right now. Since then, we have separated. We still haven't gotten divorced, but a lot of things went on, you know, and everything like that. But yeah, so yeah, we're separated, pending divorce. At one point, I'm getting enough money to get a lawyer and do all that stuff. But a lot of things have changed in my life. So the last one that I updated was new life, new job. I technically don't work for Aunt Millie anymore. Mostly just because I own the route. I worked for Aunt Millie for over a year in Decatur. And then after that, I hated the Decatur route. I just didn't like Decatur, Illinois. And then, so after a while, I basically just said, screw it. And how Aunt Millie works is that you have the ability to purchase a route. And I actually bought the Rantoul route currently where I am and where I am staying right now. It's kind of funny. I actually have my business cards right here. So let me try and cover up some of my personal information. There we go. So, fat fingers in the way. Jesus. But you can see it. It says Cohen and Company Distribution, Jared Cohen franchisee. So yeah, I have like a legitimate LLC now and everything like that. But I don't know if anybody watches these to like really kind of like look back and see everything. But yeah, no, I couldn't be more happier after getting divorced. I mean, we went through a lot of things. This is going to be video one of like a couple of them because there's been a lot that has been going on. But yeah, there's definitely a lot of less stress, a lot of less fighting, a lot of less just everything. And but other than that, I mean, big breaking news, me having the company. I have my own work vehicle. I got to pay for all that stuff too. You kind of feel like more adult when you like get your own company and you're like, whoa. So like, paying taxes, and I actually have to like type out my own like taxes and my route revenue and all that other stuff like that. Other than going into fine detail about where we got to when the divorce happened, which I'm not trying to do, but I don't know. It's kind of really hard to explain the whole entire thing, the situation. It's kind of very trailer park and stuff like that. So I think we're just going to start from the beginning. And I'm going to cut this right here so I can do like an overlay or something like that because I still enjoy editing these videos. So it's kind of funny. I went back and like looked at the last like life update that I did. And I was mostly talking about like, us getting this place and blah, blah, blah. And I'm just going to refer to the other person as A from now on. So to start from the beginning, we moved in here and everything like that. Everything was going kind of well. I got the job at Aunt Millie, like I was saying in the last video and everything like that. And then, working, and then blah, 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 like... There was this thing where I got on the computer and, found some history where, I don't really want to talk about a whole bunch of it because it was like, kind of like, it was the main focus of why we kind of split up and everything like that. But like I said, I don't want to dwell too much on that. But you know what I mean. But looking back at the old video and everything like that, since then, Uncle David has passed away. I've actually taken his stereo and upgraded way more and stuff like that. I know I focused a lot of that and stuff like that in the previous video where I was talking about the stereo equipment. I mean, like, we'll at one point like talk about that too because I am very adamant about the stereo equipment and his legacy and him passing it on to me and how the amount of upgrades I've done to it is just absolutely insane. I just got done watching the previous video and it was like 7.2 or well, I can't remember like the amount of channels now. I mean, it's insane now. And like I said, I want to be really brief about this. It's a 7.2.6 system, and I can literally do everything from records to tapes to 8 tracks to reel to all that stuff, and each individual channel is like preamped and but I go on tangents when I talk about stereo equipment, so we'll keep it short. So it got to the point where we basically decided to split up and everything like that. There was a crossroads. She started seeing somebody else, and you know, there was a lot of argumentation, stuff like that. Argumentation, is that a word? Arguments, arguments, stuff like that. Eventually, I got to the point where she moved out and got her own place and was doing her own thing. Um, it was pretty crazy going back and forth and everything like that. But looking back at the old video, I was talking about like I wanted more money. I wanted to you know get a better job and everything like that. And originally, all that was for everything that was going on here, like you know getting a stable income to support my family and stuff like that. But after we split up, everything like that, it just you know it became like something completely different. I mean, I still have Wesley, of course, and he's 16 now. You go back and look at the other video; it's literally like 5 months away from the last time I uploaded the last video, which is absolutely insane. But I mean, like this place looks completely different. Sorry about all my clothes back there. I'm horrible at doing laundry. But yeah. So after she moved out, and after all that, and everything like that, I decided that I was going to take this place, this 3-bedroom townhouse, and I was going to reinvent it into something my own. You know what I mean? Because, if my name's on the lease and it's my place, I'm just going to do what I want to do. So I basically completely redid the place. So we're in my dining room. The computer is still at the same place where it was last time. Other than that, I'm actually on the what do you call it? The webcam that I still have. But I turned the dining room into an area where it's kind of like, it looks like it's really cool because like you can't really see it right now. But I've got all like my wine racks kind of all over the place for all my home brewing stuff. And then I've got all these like old timey like 1920s like prohibition kind of stuff going on and stuff like that. Here, let me see if I can like rotate the screen so you guys can see a little bit better. And there's some homebrew right there over there, and then you can see my Red Bull Kegerator. And then if we go up a little bit, like I've got what do you call it? A light on tap. What is that? Miller Lite? One of the guys from the brewing group gave me that, but you can see some other brewing stuff and stuff like that kind of over there. But like, yeah, I've got the living room set up and like, I just kind of created my own individual space. And looking back at all of this, there hasn't been a point where I've kind of like stopped and like really just took my own time to have my own time. I was talking to my grandma once, and she was like, "When's the last time you've just been selfish?" And I was just like, "It's been a while. You know what I mean? And I don't want to sit there and think that like this is degrading past relationships or something like that. But I don't know. I've been selfless before in my life, and I just end up getting hurt most of the time. But I'm not that person anymore. You know what I mean? I don't dwell on the past that much anymore, or whatever. I mean, it's just I wanna sit here and keep talking about it, but it's something that's in the past for me, and I don't want to bring it up anymore. You know what I mean? These are about newer life updates and everything like that. Either way, we're gonna come back with like a third part, and I think I'm gonna release these as like individual videos and just go from there.
That was a great way to end it.